welcome to Age Whiskey. My name is Dave. Man, welcome. I'm late in getting this next video out. I apologize. I know a lot of people that were like, hey, what are we gonna get tasting on experiment 1, experiment 2, music, what's like where are we at with everything? I apologize, I'm sorry. I took a week off and spent it with the wife and the kids down in Tennessee, and my goodness, it's so beautiful down there. I'll show you some of that footage at the end of this video. But today is tasting day. And a quick update, because I went down to Tennessee, I was able to stop by Buffalo Trace and pick up a case of the White Dog. So now I have enough whiskey here to pull off the next experiment that I've been wanting to do for a while, which is the toast and char matrix. Where we put all the variations on it. I'll explain more later. Don't really worry about it. But all right, so our first experiment today is that we're going to be tasting is the airflow. So this is experiment 002, right over here. And first off, before we check the taste, before we check the difference in color and everything, we are going to take a look at proof. We're going to see how air being forced into it. And by the way, this has been sitting for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So we started this on 2/15. It is now 3/1. Okay, so a little less than 2 weeks, but in that kind of range. This is not the final tasting. We're going to let it sit for an entire month and see what happens. But this is where we're going to start with. So let's give it a whirl. We're going to try and get a little refractometer guy right here. Put whiskey on it, refracts light off it, tells you in this way how the level of proof. Now remember, this is the exact same whiskey, exact same oak, everything's all the same. So first off, we are testing, and this started at 125 proof. Okay. 120 right there. Just above 120. Remember, this went in at 125. Okay. Now let's test the next one. This is the one that's just been sealed. No airflow at all. No nothing. It is higher. That is 125. So we're at, it did make a difference, a significant difference, for 2 weeks anyway, that is. So we dropped the proof by about 5, so I'm going to write this down. Okay, so now it's for the sight test. We're going to see what you guys think about the color change. So this is whiskey that has stayed the same the whole time. Right? No airflow at all. Almost spilled it against the airflow. To me, it looks just a little bit lighter on the airflow, which is strange. I thought a little bit more agitation, you know. Get a little bit more of a red hue over here on this side too, which this side is the constant, the whiskey that hasn't changed. Let's get to tasting. We're going to get 4 milliliters. We have 4 milliliters of airflow and non-airflow. Let's get into the nose. It's a little bit less of a nose on this one. This is the airflow. A little bit more tame. It's hard to explain. I'm gonna do my best, but this is more of a subdued flavor. It's almost like you added water to it. It's definitely more pungent here. Let's give it a taste. So we're gonna taste the one without the airflow first. Well, that's nice. If you like rye, man, that's really nice. That's really nice to sit back on and have a little bit of a spicy. I like rye with a cigar, man, and that's absolutely delicious. This is, I mean, this is easy to drink right now, even without letting it age anymore. I mean, it's got enough complexity on it. I mean, it's a great mash, to be honest with you. But it's got that back end bite with that, you know, that rye. Not only from the higher proof, but also the spiciness. All right, let's give it a whirl. This is the airflow. Okay. So it did dampen the flavors on that as well. So it dampened uh, the smell, the aroma. It also dampened the bite on the backside too. It could be because we proofed it down. In the end, after a month is done, we'll proof it down to exactly the same thing, probably around 100 proof or so, depending on how far it goes down. But we'll proof it down and we'll do a taste on it. We're not going to proof it down right now, but this is just an indicator. It's kind of, to use the term smooth, it's kind of smoothing it out. So that back end still get a lot of the flavor, but it's not a lot of the bites. To me, I kind of like that heavier flavor, that heavier spice, that kind of punch in the face, and you kind of know exactly what you're drinking. So this is really good. It's really interesting. It is a little more mellow on the airflow. So far as the experiment goes, I mean, it's kind of proven like it's working. So it's definitely changing the flavor and the smell. So we'll keep you posted as we go. We got 2 more weeks to go on this experiment. I'm going to set it back up and plug it in. All right. As always, cheers, y'all, to better whiskey.
Yeah. You've been stuck in all your sorrows like a message in a bottle. Too washed up to know tomorrow. SOS, we're gonna need that. Get you back where you can relax. Too much time spent by yourself. In waves they come, in waves they'll go. With a rhythm you'll never